Welcome to the tour on the Sister Speak Show. I am your host, Sister Speak. The Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana, but you better call me Sister Speak. Welcome to my first time listeners and welcome back to my regular listeners. I thank you all so much for all of the downloads. So many countries all over the world are tuning into the Sister Speak show. And to me, that says that you all are with the vibe. You want to vibrate high and you like what you're listening to. And I appreciate you. In the background, you're listening to Get Lit. The music artist is Boss Chica, straight out of Dallas, Texas. You can catch her in the latest issue of the Speak Sister Speak mobile magazine for all shades of brown people. The intro to the Sister Speak show is sung by musician. I mean, the queen, if you ask me. My sis, Allie Frank. You can check her out on Instagram at Allie Frank. And you can also check out Boss Chica on Instagram. Let's get into it. You're listening to the tour where we cover every aspect of the music industry. Strong language, strong content, strong thoughts. Always have to give you that at the beginning of the show. This show is for people who are in the music industry, whatever aspect you are in. Really for my music artists, my independent music artists. We're going to cover on this segment so many different topics. And there are previous topics, previous episodes that you might be interested in checking out. But tonight, brothers and sisters and brothers, we are going to talk about beatdowns versus bars. When freestyle battles turn violent. Ooh-wee. Freestyle battles. The infamous battle of who is the one, the heavyweight champion when it comes to bars. Who has that hot 16? Who can just go on and gas non-stop? I mean, and just really keep it lit. Who can just flow off the top of their head and just annihilate the competition? That's what the freestyle is about, male or female. There are so many heavyweight champions in these freestyle battles that are in sometimes undisclosed locations. Only you can go if you get an invite. And sometimes they're even held on a national platform where you can actually see it, especially now with the whole versus that has come up, right? But that's more of just showcasing, the artist's ability, those who've been in the game for so long, those who have really put a stamp in the music industry and deserve to actually be in this versus. But these particular freestyles, although they're here for entertainment, they can get real gutter. They can get real feisty quickly. They can turn violent. And we don't condone violence. We do condone self-defense. Most definitely. But we're talking about when somebody's bars offend the other rapper or even the crew, because as in any boxing match, any type of fight, everybody doesn't fight fair. People bring weapons. People don't plan on losing. So sometimes they go below what we call the belt and they say that one bar that sets everything off because it's a trigger. Freestyle battles are about gaslighting. It's about hitting that nerve. It's about being able to discern your energy and then dominate it. That's what it's about. I mean, these lyricists, these rappers, these battlers are full of arsenal. This is what they do. They sit home, however they choose to transcribe, jot down their hot 16 or their comebacks or how they can, get out there and really just do that, what we call that wordplay. They really do this. And so when they step to you, they're not stepping to you as a joke, most of them. Now, some of them, they get in there and, it just is what it is. But when they lose, there is no, okay, I'm going to turn violent. They take the L, they take the W, they take the loss, they take the embarrassment, and they go home and they say, you know what? That's never going to happen to me again. No, I am not going to be talked about, and my mother is not going to be talked about in that manner. They're not going to ever talk about my shoes like that again, and they're not going to talk about my outfit, and they're not going to talk about what I don't have again. Oh no. Mm-mm. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's what happens when those beats and when the beatdowns happen, when those lyrics come out, not the lyrics, but when the verses, when the bars come out, that's what you can hear. That's the background music, because you can just see the person getting smaller and smaller. And so they're shrinking per word, because this is the verses. This is the freestyle battle. But they know that they don't ever want to come back and have to experience that again. So they decide to enhance the skill. They decide to learn more words. They pick up the thesaurus. They actually learn how to not speak in fragments and rap in fragments to where it doesn't make sense. But they're actually coming back with some comebacks now. Now, the lightweight, the featherweight is actually moving on to the middleweight. And now they might actually have a chance to be the heavyweight champion, because they're doing the work to actually learn how to battle. Now, it's a battle, so, the rules are kind of thin. They're thin. You would like to think that some things are off limits, but they're not. They're going to talk about everything, because it's a battle. And there has to be a winner. And the amount of oohs and all of that you get, oh my gosh, that might even enhance the judgment for who the actual winner is. But sometimes it turns violent. Sometimes there are some losers who cannot handle the loss. And as a result, it turns violent. Fists are thrown. People are jumped. An individual may be jumped. Somebody pulls out that papper, the gun. Somebody pulls out a knife. You might even get pepper sprayed. Go outside to the parking lot. Gunshots. And sometimes even the unthinkable. In an industry that you would think, hey, I'm just coming to express my gifts, but you find out so much more about this industry. That there are spirits and entities that are roaming around, and that it's bigger than just you winning. It's bigger than this for them, and they're going to act out. We're just talking about a freestyle battle, but because somebody said something or they won, the opponent or opponents are going to now react to your win or to what you said. You went too far to some of them. You crossed the line to some of them. And now their ego is being compromised. Their street cred, their respect has now been violated. Now you've gotten everybody who was looking at them like they're something. Now you're taking that spotlight away from them, and they do not like that. Your bars were harder, or even your beats were harder. Everything about what you delivered when it was your turn to battle annihilated them, and there is a reaction to that, because how dare you to them? And so here you are gearing up for a Friday night, a Saturday night, whatever night the freestyle battle falls on. It could be several during the week. I don't know how active you're into it, but I know that they occur often. And here you are on this particular night, and you're gearing up, you're getting ready, you got your boys with you, or you may be going by yourself, and you're not suspecting that this particular battle is going to turn violent. You're not knowing that you're going to have to go into your arsenal and really pull out these lyrics because this person is really going there with theirs. You weren't even trying to do that. But this is what you had to do because you're prepared. You're a soldier in this. This is what you do. But there's somebody who's going to vibrate even lower. And they're going to react to what you pulled out. That clip that you just let off, oh no, how dare you? But it's just a response to what they said to you, but they can't handle it. This industry is not for everybody, and we see that on many levels: the talent list, the skill list, the gift list. Can we say that word? Gift list. Those without gifts. We see it all the time, and I believe that the reactions to that result in murder. Well, you don't. This is really who the music industry. You're their guy a lot of the times, because we know that the entity promotes violence, promotes separation, promotes oppression. I mean, this is nothing new, and the industry can't get mad about what it is that you promote if people see it. You know, you can't throw the rock and hide your hand. This is just what it is. This is how you all choose to vibrate. And in that, these vibrations are creating violent acts. Well, Sister Speak, you know, each man for himself. They don't make them do it. There's a heavy influence. There are principalities that do influence these behaviors. You got to wake up, because next thing you know, it could be you. So here you are, you're gearing up, and it turns deadly. I have some video this evening. Well, whatever time you're listening to this, I have some video for you, some audio clips for educational purposes only. And this is not glorifying the violence. This is really to say, maybe this isn't the lane for you. Maybe you should probably not go to these anymore if the possibility of violence is high, and maybe you should find another lane to take your specific talent to where you don't have to be disrespectful because somebody else is, and your gifts are not, your energy isn't harvest, and people don't try to steal your entire persona and your brand. Maybe it's time for you to walk away and go into another venue, or elevate your brand into another lane that brings about more tranquility and peace. If you're a true lyricist, you know, if you're really in this industry because this is what you want to do, and because you know you're raw at what you do, like nobody can mess with you. I'm not gonna say nobody can mess with you. That's ego. But you're one of the best. You're one of the best, and you know it. And you need to protect that when you know that. And you don't need to be going into these crevices and these trenches and these areas where the vibrations are low and the spirits are ravenous. Not if at the end of your lyrics, and because you won the battle, you're going to be killed or jumped or assaulted or anything outside of peace. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because when you don't have the gift of lyricism, when you don't have the gift of being able to put it together, then it shows. I mean, it's obvious. That's why I'm so grateful for my playlist, because the portal for all of this horrible rap music and horrible music is open, and hopefully it's closing soon. Hopefully there's some type of shift soon to where these horrible songs and these horrible artists really, leave and go into something else and stop booking studio time and stop it. Okay? Because everybody can't have a record deal, and everybody doesn't need to be an independent artist. Everybody doesn't need a mixtape. You don't need to be, like I said, you don't need to be booking studio time. You don't need to even be thinking about having a rap career. Small, local, national, or international. You don't need a YouTube page. You don't need anything. You don't need a crew, a logo. You need nothing, because every time you open your mouth, nothing comes out. So it's a waste of oxygen. Your music is horrible. Sister, speak. How could you say these things? You're supposed to be full of encouragement. Encouragement is also, what's the word in there? Courage. I also have to have the courage to tell you that I cannot encourage you in that. I encourage myself not to encourage anybody who doesn't have it and shouldn't be doing it, especially if all you ever talk about is low vibrating stuff. That's all you talk about. Whoever produced it, they're obviously halfway asleep on the beats. You're not saying anything at all but live your life, live your worst life. It's the same stuff. I'm not even listening to half of the song. Only reason why I may even know about some of this is just because of social media and because I accidentally turned the radio on. And if you want to know how fast you can change the station, ride with me. I don't play these games. But you're out here and you're loose and you're taking up precious studio time, precious spotlight for the real artist. And then you have the nerve to even try to go on tour and spread this. But some of you start out in these freestyle battles. And I see why it's free. Because nobody's going to pay for that. What style is that? It's a freestyle, man. What do you have on? Oh, it's freestyle. Oh, okay. Right. Right. Brothers and sisters, I thank you. You're listening to The Tour, where we cover every aspect of the music industry. We're just getting warmed up on the Sister Speak show. I'm going to take a couple of commercial breaks, and I'll be right back. Hold tight. Hold tight. We're about to get into it. Are you a teacher in need of an extra push? Do you say, "What the over 100 times a day? Did you overhear your students plotting to take over the school? Are you paranoid because you heard your name mentioned twice? Do your students catch up on their rest in your classroom daily? Do you yell, "Raise your hand," 329 times a day? Did you lose your voice yelling at your student? Is he now threatening to call his mama because she don't like you anyway? Are you feeling up against it? You need the Speak Sister Speak mobile magazine. Inside of every issue is a feature article called Each One Teach One Surviving While Teaching, with 5 tips that are guaranteed to help you make it through however many days you plan on lasting while teaching. We don't want you to give up. In the Speak Sister Speak mobile magazine, we have articles that promote wisdom. Sometimes you don't know who you're sleeping with. Sometimes you don't even know what you're getting yourself into. All you know is that you have to have it, and you have to have it right now. The latest episode of the Suspense Files on the Sister Speak Show is available on demand now. On this episode, we're covering sex and murder, sleeping with the setup chick. Rated R for strong content and language. On the Suspense File, we cover the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why in urban crime. From crimes of passion, deadly relationships, mysteries, and urban cold cases, and more. You won't be disappointed. On the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, impact, and evolve. Click the link for the latest episode. And be careful. Welcome back. You're listening to The Tour, where we cover every aspect of the music industry. I am your host, Sister Speak. How you doing? How you feeling? Still trying to rap? Okay. Oh my goodness. My goal is to have everybody stay that needs to stay and everybody go that needs to go. And I know there are a lot of other people who, if there was a petition started to get rid of all of this effery, there would be a lot of signatures, just as many signatures that are pushing for that $2,000 stimulus check to be released. Okay, brothers and sisters, here we go. Freestyle battles and when they turn violent. Beatdowns versus bars. We're going to listen to some clips and these video clips are for educational purposes only, provided by YouTube, and it's just to raise awareness. It's just to show the levels of violence that can occur, that occurs when someone says something that seems to be out of pocket. So before you get ready to go to the next freestyle battle, before you get ready to actually, say that next bar, just hold on. Just listen to this and just decide, is this something that you want to pursue? Is this something you want to continue? And do you know how to fight? Because if you don't know how to fight, this might not be the industry for you. It's not funny. It's really not funny. Okay, I'll speak with you on the other side of these clips.
Daughter looking at you about to get roast, nigga. And a motherfucking 19 matter of 20. Can't fuck with me if you ain't got no money. Your bitch is bad, I'ma fuck your honey. You already know you a fucking dummy. Stab that ass. What you thought? Talk 45. Who's your thoughts? You are whack. You can't rap. I'm too strapped. You can suck my sack.
It's time to finish him. I said, everybody's talking a lot of shit. Look, but his mom can roll like a horse. We all know he's talking about closing that battle, but he still wants the applause. Never. And his crew around the squad, he's sucking on Baba. And I'm like, what up the Pope and Top? You sucking Baba. You sucking that? I smell Smokey and a couple of other niggas.
Okay, I had to pause right there. What just happened was when he said that last word, someone came from out of the building with a 4x4 and slapped him across the head with it.
You sucking that? I smell Smokey and a couple of other niggas.
You already know this rapping on the everything, dude. That's why I'm blocking.
That's how we go.
But what is this about? How you gonna come up here and just treat me like a sucker? Hands to God. I only hit it because the example said it was easy. I ain't even want to know. I ain't even want to know. I fucked your face from time to time and moved on to another. Don't give a fuck if your last name is Walker. We treated you like a brother.
Let me show y'all what these three clowns did. This is what the paper reads. 3 scumbags, reprobate rappers from southern Georgia reportedly committed the unspeakable evil crimes against a female just because she beat the 3 of them in a freestyle rap battle, according to the media reports. The 3 degenerate Columbus, Georgia men, and we use the term loosely, Katori Glover, age 23, Joy Betrayal Guerin, age 28, and Robert Carl Johnson, age 23, decided to avenge their humiliation for losing to a female by deciding to kidnap her, gang rape her, sodomize her, shoot her, and set the victim on fire and leave her for dead at a house party in Columbus, Georgia, about a 2-hour drive south of Atlanta. The trio of so-called male rappers met their match in a 36-year-old black female lyricist. During the freestyle battle, she outperformed them all. After the third one was defeated by the confident female rapper, the 3 men decided to get revenge. One of the men reportedly pulled out a gun, forced her into the car, according to the Ledger Inquirer, and then drove to a vacant lot of Far Road. All 3 villainous men then took turns gang raping the woman. After they finished sodomizing her, they doused her with gasoline and set her on fire. To make a heinous crime even worse, one of the men then shot her, burning body 3 times, and left her to die. The smoldering woman was discovered and rushed to a local hospital, barely alive. Report states that she would finally come out of her coma, but remains in critical condition. All 3 men were eventually tracked down and arrested and are facing multiple felony charges, including aggravated assault, rape, kidnapping, aggravated battery, aggravated sexual battery, aggravated sodomy, hijacking a motor vehicle, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. As if it wasn't enough, Glover is charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Back around to an hour.
Welcome back. You are listening to The Tour on the Sister Speak Show. The Tour, where we cover every aspect of the music industry. I am your host, Sister Speak. I apologize for that delay. Whoa. Yeah. I mean, to take it to that level is heinous. It's sinister. It's wicked. It vibrates low. And it's pathetic. All 3 of you young men, whatever, and I can't even call you men, all 3 of you males, you have something else going on with you. It's deeper than losing. You have entities attached to you that made you do that. You took something that was supposed to be a friendly competition, a friendly battle, a battle where when you enter the contest, it is understood that there's a winner, there's a loser. May the best may the best contestant win. And that you have to be willing to accept you may not win. And you also have to be willing to accept that you may win. And that no one should ever have to feel that this is the day that I'm going to end up being brutally attacked because I'm going to win a freestyle battle and out rap, out bar, out rhyme 3 men or 3 women. But for this specific clip that you just listened to, three males. And you took it there. You tried to kill her. Most rappers don't make it in this industry. Let's just put this into its proper perspective so we can avoid this from happening again. Most rappers don't make it anyway. It's only a select few that make it in mainstream and make it as independent artists. Everybody else is miss and miss. Not even hit and miss. It is miss and miss. So to even enter into this field, you have to know that you need to go in already knowing I may or may not make it. That's why so many of these albums and mixtapes that come from all of these neighborhoods and abroad, they suck. You only talk about the same stuff over and over again. You talk about how you wed up the other person, how this person is gone, how it's just you and your mama, how you don't know your daddy, something about your baby mama, how you'll die for your niggas, because that's what y'all say. You know, how you put everything on where you from, how you wish a nigga would, and you're with the shit. And you let everybody know, and anybody can catch these clips that you are, in your lyrics, you're basically telling everybody, when you get on the microphone, that's your dear diary. But then you put a beat to it. And then you actually you publish it. And then you have the nerve to think you're going to stream so high on Spotify, so high on all these streaming platforms. And that's just not going to happen. The only people who are listening to it are your friends, are your crew. If that. They're the only ones who know the lyrics to what you say. They're the only one who know your bars. And it's the same stuff every single time. The beats are dark. They're low. They don't vibrate high. They suggest that you leave yourself open for entities and that you do behaviors that are not conducive to how you should be. But then you want everybody to go and buy your album and stream and view your video or go to your shows. Every time you go to perform, your stuff gets shot up. Every time you go to do a video shoot, it gets shot up, or there's some type of violent altercation or almost that occurs. Every time you put out flyers and say, yeah, we finna tear up Club Danger, that's a clue right there. Anybody goes to Club Danger, that's on you. I'm not booking any shows. If I were a manager, my artists are going to have to miss out on all performances at Club Danger. Pull up if you want to. That's your club theme. Pull up if you want to. Well, dang it. So here you are, here you are promoting all of this stuff that shatters the village, that teaches people or encourages people to have no hope, and you glorify the devil. And then as a result of already vibrating low, here it is, and you can't handle a loss because you didn't win. That's the balance of life. Some of you are teachable, some of you are not. Some of you are going to come out of writing and promoting all of this horrible behavior, toxic behavior. And then the rest of you are going to keep writing to the best of your ability because some of you dropped out of school. You shun education. So what's babbling from you, it's tough. It's rough. Like I mentioned before in one of my episodes, I opened up somebody's notebook where they were keeping their raps. And I was like, is this Crypt Equip? How do I decipher this? What does this say? This is the Wheel of Unfortune. Double Jeopardy. What does this say? I need 10 lifelines. Excuse me. And then I understood why all the songs sounded like that. All you want to talk about is how you've got a thick female, how you building females, how you taking money from females, all of this. And it's always niggas already know what it is. What is it? It's the same old stuff. You're right. We already know what it is. There was 10 in your crew. Now there's only 6. And after you get ready to go perform at Club Danger, there's only going to be 3 of you left. Yeah, we already know what it is. Your lyrics and what you promote is taking out your own crew. It's taking out the community. It's dividing. It's separating. It's teaching young boys and young girls that this is the way of life. And so many young boys look up to you and they're reciting your lyrics. There's some daycares I won't even walk by because the children are ruthless. I'm just playing. No, seriously though. So this woman, because she won, you all decided to brutalize her and leave her for dead because she had better bars than you. Do you know how trifling and how insecure you have to be to do that? You're very insecure. You're ruthless. You're a danger to the community, to the village, and you do need to be apprehended. You don't need to be out here vibrating with that. But this is the type of stuff that goes on all over. I don't know what that man did to get hit over the head by a 4x4. I grew up in the era where homie don't play that, where you got hit over the head with a sock by a clown, Damon Wayans. And I also have watched WWF, and I've seen people get hit with 4x4s, but I know that's acting. But we're talking about, no, this was a real live timber type situation. Repetitive hits. And both of them sucked as far as lyricists were concerned. Neither one of them had any business trying to out-battle anybody. They weren't saying anything at all. It's always, I effed your moms. I take your girl. Look at you. You got a Jerry curl. I eat Doritos, never Fritos. Sometimes I cheat on both with Cheetos. Like stupid stuff, right? That was pretty good. No, I'm just playing. But that's what it is. And you're like, what? Are you serious right now? And then the whole crew is like, get them. And then you say the wrong thing. And I think a lot of times when you attack masculinity and femininity in the lyrics, with the bars, in the battles, that it does strike several nerves to anyone who's insecure or lacking, which is the same thing, lacking the confidence in certain areas of their life. And so if you're telling another man that he is performing fellatio on another man, that can rub him the wrong way, especially if he has and he's trying to keep it a secret. Now he's like, how does he know? And it can get violent, and it's not funny. It's really not funny, the violent reactions. But we're just talking about striking nerves with bars and then getting hit with a bar. Literally. And I believe that the freestyle is the true prerequisite for any rapper, any lyricist, any musician. For a musician singing that a cappella, you're in the door. For the rapper being able to do those freestyles, and we're not talking about not saying anything. We're talking about the storyteller. We're talking about the one who can just put it together and it all makes sense. And you're like, oh my goodness, the ones that give you chills when they perform just off of the strength. the ones who can hear a beat and rap over it, and you be like, oh my gosh, they're gas. And I got to give it up to Megan Thee Stallion, because Megan Thee Stallion, when you ask her to freestyle, she is on it. She handles it, and she goes. And I'm like, my gosh, that's a skill. And everybody doesn't have that skill. So I literally feel that if you are going to enter into the rap career, the field of being a rap artist, that you should automatically know how to freestyle. It should be required. It shouldn't be that you just go around telling people I'm a rapper and we accept it. All right, proof, pull it out. No, I want to hear it. 16 bars, drop it right now. No, you said you're a rapper. Prove it. Rap right now. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, because you're asking me to buy your mixtape, and I'm not about to buy this. And number one, it'd be full of foolery. And number two, it'd be blank. So tell me, spit something. Can you cover different categories? Or are you all about hitting that? Are you all about, being the dope man? Are you all about this low vibrating toxic behaviors? Or can you actually, if somebody were to present you 5 different subject matters, are you able to clear all 5 subject matters, make sense, and be able to leave the listening audience certifying that you truly are a rapper and that you really should be in the game? That's the challenge. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. If you've got people that you know that shouldn't be rapping, look, have them listen to this show. Have them listen to this episode. We'll clear it up. We'll get it together. We'll have them politely, turn in their chain and their Air Force Ones and their white tee and it's summertime. Turn in their jersey and their Nike flip-flops with their socks on. 97-degree weather. We'll have them turn in their whole rap kit. Leave it. No, leave everything on the stage. What we'll do is we'll do a rap intervention. Like I said before in one of my episodes. You're gonna have to stop this. This has gone too far. No, that last mixtape you put out, I didn't even want to tell people I knew you. Okay? I know you're my little brother, but you call yourself MC Fuck It, first of all. And that's a problem. Excuse the language, just you already know what this show is about. So, we can't do this. I'm not showing up to your shows because the last time I went to your show, I got hit with a folding chair. This is not my vibe. We really have to start turning people in who rap and that shouldn't be rapping. This is a rapper's arrest. No, I'm not. No, seriously, it really is. This is a rapper's arrest. You have the right. No, you don't even have the right. You are now being told to be silent. Because if I tell you have the right to be silent, then you might not exercise that. No, this is it, bruh. This is it. No more streams, no more Spotify, no more iTunes, no more YouTube, no more none of that. It is over. That's what we need to do. Because if at the beginning of the day, someone is going to be brutalized, and now I'm bringing home to a serious matter. At the beginning of the day, if somebody's going to be brutalized because they win a freestyle battle, then that's a problem. That's a problem. We don't need you out here rapping. If 5 people are going to end up being shot and killed because they come to your show. What is it about your show, your music, your lyrics that makes this type of behavior permeate the atmosphere? What are you calling on? What are you doing to make this energy pop off of this song? Too many have already gone through the door that should have never gone through the door. And when it comes to being a freestyle battler, That's a gift. And it should be a requirement for all rappers. No one should lose their life or end up in a violent altercation because of lyrics. So it's about, what are you saying? Why are you saying it? Are you trying to incite a riot? Are you trying to incite some type of domestic violence? Are you trying to suggest that women do A, B, C, and D, or are A, B, and C, and D? Are you suggesting to other males that this is how you should be? Are you shunning education? Are you shunning reading? Are you the type of lyricist that is anti-growth, anti-evolution? Are you in the village, but you're really anti-village, and that's why you are creating these words and these songs to actually destroy the village? You do know that there is a group that claps every time this occurs, right? You do know that there are entities, collections of humans, if I can even call you that applaud the violent behavior that our particular community, all shades of brown, perpetuate to one another and express to one another, whether it be through thought, action, or deed. You are aware of that, right? Or are you actually one of them? Who do you really work for? Being a rapper is not supposed to be something everybody should be able to do. Just because you like it doesn't mean you actually need to be a part of it in that way. Why can't you just like it and leave it alone? Because at the beginning of the day, somebody is mad because their lyrics because what they say does not outrhyme or reason the opponent. And now they're mad, and now somebody is losing their life. Now somebody's going to jail. Now there are other type of repercussions that can occur. It might be to where we can't even have these battles like this. It might even be to where you can't even meet underground like you used to because of the rules of conduct have changed. Because somebody did go below the belt. People don't want you to talk about their children in that type of way. You know, just like that man said, you swallowed mine. Okay, that led to the fight. She even took off her wig and started fighting in that video. It was real. It was real because it went left. Now, I don't know why she got mad. I mean, I would be mad if somebody told me I swallowed their children, especially when that's not something I do, but at the same time, all of that energy in the room, that's just going to be the outcome. Some of you want to be a rapper because that's only thing you think you can be. It's this whole grow up to be a doctor, lawyer, all that stuff. No. Just grow up. Just grow up. All this pressure to rap and to have a #1 album and to outdo all the other people that you see actually in the spotlight. It's just like, it's never going to happen for you, bro. I just want to let you know that it's never going to happen for you. Ayana, Sister Speak, you're killing dreams. You're killing hope. No, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. Brothers and sisters, you're listening to The Tour, where we cover every aspect of the music industry. Tonight's episode, Beatdowns versus Bars. When freestyle rap battles turn violent. That's what we're talking about this evening. Be right back after these commercial breaks.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is Sister Speak with a word of encouragement. No matter what the enemy or enemies try to do to you, God will cause their plans to take no effect, and the pit that they dig for you, they shall fall in. If God be for you, who can be against you? Now say it with me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Be encouraged. fight and get the dough for your auntie. Get off me. I don't know if that's your daddy. No, I ain't got no money for the ice cream. Whoa, sis.
Girl, you see this house?
It is a mess. I'm glad you called me. Look, with fast action mitigation, they will clean your house so your mind will be clear. What was that? Don't worry, you know your baby sis got you. I already called them. That's them at the door. I can smell that through my mask.
Welcome back. You are listening to The Tour, where we cover every aspect of the music industry. I am your host, Sister Speak. Brothers and sisters, all commercials are produced by me. If you are in need of a voiceover, if you are in need of a commercial, holla at me. Don't holla at me. Get in touch with me, and we'll make that happen for you. A reasonable fee. Beatdowns versus bars when freestyle battles turn violent. I think we're learning that it is about what you say. I think we're learning that we have to be careful about what we say. We have to learn how not to be a sore loser. And we also have to learn when this is not your calling. The music industry promotes what it wants to promote. And it tells the artist what to say. Because there's an objective. And this objective doesn't care about the village. This objective hates the village and the people within. You were told never to trust a big butt and a smile. That's true. But never trust a contract and a smile. I'm going to say it and I'm going to always say it. How desperate are you to be a rapper? Because anybody who says anything that would put any one of our people in danger, you're not for the village, you work for them. And a lot of you have already profited the world in order to even be where you are. Some of you even have to do witchcraft to get to where you are. Witchcraft is used in a lot of this, black magic. To be the richest, to be notarized, to have the number one hit, to be glorified, if you will, to have all of this energy worshiping you. And you want to be number one. And you're willing to do anything. That's why you're always at the parties. That's why you're always doing whatever. But your energy is sending out energy to suggest and to promote behaviors that are not cool with the Lord. That is just not okay, right? And some of you say, well, I'm just living my truth. This is my truth. Well, hey, check this out. It's time to change. I want to hear it. It's time to change. It's time to grow. It's time to have a new plan. For those of you who want to change, for those of you who write lyrics that promote death in the village and want to change, this episode is for you. For those of you who are skilled, yet you're using your skills to promote unrighteous behavior, toxic behaviors to destroy the village, but you want to change, this episode is for you. Because if you go to a freestyle battle, you may end up doing what these three men did to her. You may end up pulling out your gun because your energy is all off. And because you're promoting an energy that does not care about the outcome. It only gets high off of the behavior that it is able to manipulate through you and others to destroy, to ravage. Some of you say some things on your lyrics that don't make sense, sound dumb, the production is dumb, everything sucks, and you still out here promoting yourself as a rapper. And you're living a lifestyle, and you have all the thick chicks around you, and you're out here eating nasty lobster, nasty shrimp, nasty crab. Yes, I said it. I don't eat that stuff. I don't care if you do. I don't. I'm not impressed by that. I used to eat crab. I used to eat shrimp. I don't eat any. I've never been a fan of. I don't eat any of that. So you think you live in this big lifestyle and promoting that when you make it, excuse me, this is the stuff you're supposed to eat. When you quote unquote make it, these are the type of females you're supposed to have around you. This is the type of energy you're supposed to have. And for a lot of you all, when you do get to this level, you become arrogant, egotistical, and you forget where you came from. And I'm not talking about forget from you came from, meaning go and live in the ghetto. I'm just talking about you forgot when it was when you were in the lack. You forgot what it was when you could only get 10 streams, 10 views, 10 followers. Now you got 2.5 and you forgot. You forgot. And not only that, you are still, the only way that you got to where you are is because you agreed to promote toxic behaviors in your music. Because if that's the case, everybody would listen to your songs. But there is a majority of people like, what is this? Why is this? How is this even possible? How could they even associate this with the word music? Because I am grateful enough, and I'm speaking about me, Sister Speak, I am grateful enough to have grown up in a time where I got to hear great music, good music, solid music, clear music, excellent production. People who genuinely have a talent and a skill for this. I grew up in a time frame where people had to audition. And I'm not talking about the audition shows you see now. I'm talking about, oh my gosh, there goes Babyface. Let's try to sing a song like, or having a cassette tape as their demo, where people actually sang and actually could sing a cappella, could actually rap freestyle. And then when they rap freestyle, what they said, it was feel good. It was conscious. It was a story. I think about Slick Rick, really great storyteller, right? I grew up in that era with Special Ed, and I grew up with rappers, and I don't have to name every rapper, but I'm just talking about, I am so grateful that I didn't have to grow up and just be listening to what the heck is out here today. It is horrible. Hot Cheeto Productions, Hot Taki Productions, Lean Productions, all of this low vibing, stupid, dumb, idiotic behavior that is created into a song. You can't the word song is like, please stop saying that's what that is. Don't even associate this with that. Song is saying don't call that a song. Rap is saying please don't call that rap. They want their proper identity back because watching these award shows, I'm just like, how? They're horrible. The performances are horrible. They're demonic. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. Most of everybody's out of breath. I don't know the songs, don't want to know the songs. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Every year it's getting worse. Because talent has been kidnapped. Anybody seen Talent lately? Have you seen me? Talent is on the back of a milk carton. Talent is in Walmart on the wall where all of the children who have been kidnapped are. Talent is sitting right there. Talent. Have you seen Talent? Talent was last seen in the 90s, early 2000s possibly. Definitely in the 70s and 60s. Where's Talent? Anybody seen Talent? I don't know. Anybody seen Skill? I ain't heard from Skill in a long time. What about Gifts? Girl, I ain't seen Gifts since about what, 88? Yep. You with your horrible rap names, horrible videos, everything, production, everything. Oh, Sister Speak, you know, people got to start out somewhere. Well, we need to kidnap somewhere. I'm serious. I know people start out in their garages. I understand the genesis of how all this manifests. But I'm just saying some of these genesis shouldn't happen. I believe that you should actually do what you were born to do. And that anybody who is trying to become any type of musician, any type of rapper, why? There should be, not only should it be a freestyle prerequisite, but it should be a why interview. Why? Well, you know, everybody else in my hood, they got mixtapes. So I was like, hey, I'm just trying to get on too. Why? Well, because, shoot, I got something to say. I feel like I know how to rap. My favorite rapper is Pooh Man and them. Why? Well, because, I'm trying to take my mama out the hood and I'm trying to, why? Nothing you say. Why? Okay, look, let me listen. And then I press play. And I can't even get, like I said, through the first song. And in the middle, I'm going to stop and I'm going to say, why? When I turn on the radio, why? Please don't invite me to your listening party. You only if your listening party is going to be in sign language. Only if the volume doesn't work. I'm going to show up only if your DJ can't find his equipment. I'm going to only show up if it's canceled. Because you shouldn't be rapping. You shouldn't be rapping. The art of freestyling, the documentary aspect of how rap began and its purpose and the creativity that exudes from these battles when they are done right is a marvelous thing to watch and experience. You can learn wisdom and knowledge from many of these lyricists because this is their skill and their talent. A lot of them are poets and spoken word artists. And because they have been able to capture their life's experiences through pen, through pencil, through transcribing, they have been able to reach a lot of audiences that can relate, and that they have also in turn received support, fans of what they do. because they realize that when said artist touches the microphone or goes into battle, that they're going in there with an objective to, of course, win, but to make the community smile, make the village smile, to teach, to share. So many of these lyricists are really wise, and they have a pure heart, and they just want to do what they have been called to do. And many of these artists are the ones who should be promoted in the way that many mainstream artists are promoted. But because they operate in a high vibration that promotes righteousness and promotes healing and promotes the village succeeding and surviving, they're considered the minority. And because this world wants what is good to be considered bad and what is bad to be considered good, it's hard for them to promote their music and get it streaming. Well, it's not hard to get it on platforms that stream, but it's attracting the multitudes. It's the objective of a lot of these lyricists is to shine the light, to enlighten, to empower. And the music industry doesn't like that, because the music industry's objective is not that at all. It is not to empower or enlighten or to set free. It is to promote low vibrating toxic behaviors. So these lyricists and these musicians are counting on people like myself and other platforms who support independent artists, who support the freestyle artists, who support these conscious rappers. They're relying on us to spread the music, spread the word, to promote, and not even to charge, but to promote, because in the end, in the beginning, it's about service. In the beginning, it is about making sure that everybody's all right within the village, all shades of brown people. So the support is needed for these artists. You can't always want to hear BS. You can't always want to hear love and hip hop in a song. You can't always want to hear Bad Girls Club in a song. You can't always think that this is the way that you're supposed to be. It cannot be that this ratchet behavior, this violent behavior, this murderous, wicked behavior is something that feels good to people, because that's not the way that the world should be, but that is the way of the world. But these are the same entities that say police violence should be eradicated, and it should, but then you promote violence that would then call in those who promote violence. You understand? It's the energy transfer. It is the beckoning of destruction. Where are the compilations where you have all these artists come together and they're actually saying something? I've only heard of 2 so far, and they're from an earlier era. We're all in the same gang with the West Coast All-Stars and Self-Destruction with KRS-One, Miss Melody, and other rap artists. But when you all get on mixtapes now, it's yeah, gang, shoot 'em, murder, death. We gonna do this for my dead homie. How many dead homies are you gonna keep doing this for? And what can we do to stop this? The violence has gotten out of control. How many more times does this have to happen? This culture, this colonizing culture that we have now appropriated for ourselves. We're taking on the likeness and the image of the oppressor, the colonizer, the dark one, those who seek, kill, and destroy. Now you're doing their dirty work. and then it doesn't end, does it? Or can it? Will it? It can. But the promotion of what you speak isn't conducive to the rules and the codes of conduct in the village. We've got to support artists who support the village in a positive way. We can no longer operate in a industry where this type of music is pushed. These type of violent acts occur because somebody loses a freestyle battle. And you've got to watch what you say. You need to be prepared. If you're going to go in about somebody's moms, pops, or whatever, you need to be ready. Because the opponent may not have a level of self-control and composure. You need to be ready. You need to really think, is this the type of battle I want to enter into? Why am I even here? That's a question that should come on every time. That question should come on every time you turn on a microphone. Why are you even here? 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 Right? As soon as you touch the studio door, why are you even here? Why are you even here? You rappers are the ones who we go, this is what we say when we hear your name. Who? 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 Beatdowns versus bars. When freestyle battles go wrong. Now, some of these freestyle battles that I have mentioned before that shouldn't be there. This ain't your lane. Oh no, I might not even be able to get to it. I think I am. It's not your lane. So I have a clip for you. It's at the end of my clip. So what's going to happen is I'm going to turn it on and you're going to hear what you've already heard, but I want to fast forward it to the end because you've got to hear when freestyles really go wrong. But this is on a comical level. This went left. And speaking of left, that's what the opponent should have done. He should have left. You're going to hear a pause in the video. And that's his stage fright. You're going to hear stage fright. So let's do this. Let me do this. Okay, hold on. Wait. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to be able to play it for you guys. I am really upset with that. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to have to describe it because I have to play this whole video again and I can't do that. I can't do that. So basically, two brothers got up there to rap. One of them, he did but he shouldn't pursue it at all. And then the other guy got up there and it just went left. He froze. He didn't know what he was saying. And then when he came back again to do it again, it was horrible. It was horrible. I'm going to tell you this right now. If I'm dating you, we're in a relationship, and you invite me to your freestyle battle, and you get up there, and you get annihilated, our relationship is over. Just know we're not riding home together. Well, we don't live together, especially if we're dating. Just know that somebody's catching an Uber. You're going to have to ride home with somebody else. By the time you discover I've left, I have already contacted my phone service provider and changed my number. And I've already blocked you off of all social media that you may be following me on. And it's over, because what cannot happen is you get out there and yeah. And that's the only thing that comes out your mouth. Check 1, 2. I check 1, 2. Okay. So you want to talk about my moms? Okay. All of that? No, we're not together. Ayana, ain't that your man? Sister Speak, ain't that your man? Absolutely not. No, I am immediately catching amnesia. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't even know who he is. We're no longer in a relationship. There are certain things that are a deal breaker for me, and losing a rap battle is one of them. Like, Sister Speak, that is cold. No, it's just because, if I'm with you and I'm believing in you, you better win. You better not get up there and get ate up by anybody on that stage. I don't care. You are the new champion if there was a champion before. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. There are deal breakers. You invite me to a game at Venice Beach where y'all out there playing basketball and you go for a dunk and you miss, the relationship is over immediately. No, you don't understand. No, and take them J's off that I bought you, because you said that was going to help you get in the game. And I shouldn't even have to buy you no J's in the first place. But you said you were still waiting on your stimulus check. Check this out. I am not buying you any, give me them Reebok pumps, because what's not going to happen, I don't care, give me them Skechers 12s. What's not going to happen is you go for a dunk and you miss. Our relationship is over, because you believed in yourself that you could go up and make that happen. And you knew how many people were out here. They're filming this. This is live. There are commentators. There are judges. And you thought that you could spin around because you spun around on your NBA, 2K, whatever. And because the avatar did it, here you are thinking that this is your signature move. And not only that, now you have twisted out your lower lumbar area and pulled, I don't know how you pulled your hamstring and sprained your ankle coming down because you missed the dunk. And then when the ball hit the rim, not only did it bounce off the rim, but it went outside of the court. It's over. The relationship is... Sister Speak, ain't that your man? Absolutely not. No, I don't even know who that is. Didn't I seen y'all pull up together? Absolutely not. I don't know who that is. Oh, okay, my bad. Girl, I understand. I'd be mad too if my man missed the dunk. Hey, I ain't looking for no therapy right now. I don't need no understanding. I don't even know who that is. Absolutely not. It's a deal breaker. It is a deal breaker. You invite me to your performance and you've got 20,000 people watching you on stage and you fall off the stage, we're not together anymore. You just know that. Deal breakers. Deal breakers. You wearing socks in the summertime with your Nike flip-flops because you don't want to cut your machetes? Because your feet haven't seen the light of day since you were 6? Because you haven't cut your toenails since you were 16? Deal breaker. Sister Speak. We were talking about freestyle. Yes, these are things I just needed to say. It was the flow. It's the flow. It's the flow, brothers and sisters. I hope y'all were able to hear me. Oh, my volume. Anyway, moving on, brothers and sisters. I thank you for listening to the tour where we cover every aspect of the music industry. If you are an artist and you would like for me to play your music, send me an MP3 version, radio version clean, and please make sure it is dope. I don't play music that is not. Yes, I will listen to your music, and that's about it. But If you are looking to have a platform, actually play your music with an international listening audience, this is definitely a platform for you. We support the music artists. We support those who are in the freestyle battle. We don't support the bad, toxic behavior at all. We don't. And check this out. It's always good to stay in your lane. And it's always good to actually pursue what you were called to pursue, because there lies your joy. There lies your expression of excellence. And you'll be able to do it like nobody else because it was given to you. You just have to find what you're supposed to do. You got to stop following the crowd. Okay? You need to have something that uniquely identifies how peculiar you are. Something that sets you apart, but also serves as a panacea for the village. Be the best musician you can be if this is what you've been called to be. But if you haven't been called to be, then I'm asking you, I'm telling you, you need to give it up, and you need to give it up right now, because you're wasting time and you're not good at it. Okay? Your mans and them just want to come to the show for free. That's why they rock with you. But I'm not your mans and them. I'm the one who's not coming to the show because I know it sucks. Okay? That's what this is about. When you enter to a freestyle battle, please be aware of your surroundings. Please go to the location if you can to just kind of check it out. Please discern the energy. See if this is a competition that you really do or really not need to enter. I understand that there's a monetary prize. I understand that there might even be a record deal or a contract that is on the line as the top prize. But at the beginning of the day, you still need to be aware of your surroundings and keep your head on a swivel, because not all competitions are meant for you to enter into. Just like the hot dog eating competition. That's not meant for everybody to enter into. Actually, that shouldn't even be a competition. I ate 17 wieners in 4 minutes. My name is Earl Ray Jones. I come from Cannibal, Texas. I'm just saying, though, all competition isn't fair and it's not friendly. And I'm gonna be real. Study your enemy. Study your opponent. Find out how they vibrate. See if this is the type of battle you really need to enter into, because your life is on the line. And if you've been chosen and called to do this, we need you. You're precious. We need to hear what you have to say. Don't cast your pearls to swine. Not every freestyle rap battle you need to enter into. That's just a word of caution, a word of wisdom. And to you sore losers, to you ones who will never win, to the ones who will always get outshined, to the ones who will always be number 3, to the ones who really shouldn't even be participating in the competition, or even if you should and you do lose. Murder, kidnapping, violence, and all of that is not the way to go. It's going to end up tragic for you. You're going to reap it in the spirit as well as in the physical, because you have an entity attached to you. Your energy is unbalanced. This is all about energy. Vibrate high. You don't have to act low. That's a word of wisdom for you. Thank you for listening to The Tour, where we cover every aspect of the music industry. I am your host, Sister Speak, and it has been real, and I appreciate you all. Until we speak next time, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Return to sender all negative energy, all demonic energy, all black magic, all voodoo, all spells, all witchcraft. I'm divinely protected, and so are my listeners. Be encouraged.